This conference will now be recorded.
All right, here we go for a Public Works and Protection meeting on Tuesday, June 7th, 2022. Roll call, please.
Gary Paul.
Here.
Kelly Service.
Here.
Jay Krieger.
Here.
Joanne Euclid.
Here.
And John Burnett.
Here. Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Action on the agenda. We have an approval, please.
Move to approve.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Motion carried. Action on the minutes from the Public Works on May 3rd, 2020.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Comments from the public must be limited to the items not on the agenda, must state their name and address. Limited to 5 minutes. Board rule is to listen and not discuss the items. Personal issues cannot be discussed nor individuals named. Board is not able to take action at this meeting. Do we have any public here? Going again, ma'am? Do you have something to?
She's on the agenda.
You're on the agenda? Oh, okay, we'll catch you. Okay, it looks like we don't have any comments from the public. Moving on to action items. Action item A, action on appeal of denial operator's license for Dominic Coppins. Chris, you're on the first one.
In the packet is the denial letter, the original application, and a letter from Dominic Coppins, who is appealing his operator license application denial. He did say he would be here to answer any questions, but I see he's not in the audience, and I'll just hand it over to the chief.
He is not in the audience?
He is not.
Okay. Chief, you want to add your investigation?
Yep, so this was based on the prior or offense for having non-disclosure as well as a prior OWI less than 2 years. Looking at his background, he also has things in his background I'm unable to disclose, but would also be a disqualifier as well. So I will certainly stand behind the decision to deny this one based on our guidelines as well as past criminal behavior.
Okay. Any questions, concerns? All right, knowing that he's not here, evidently he's not too concerned about appearing and telling us his story. So can I have a motion on this, please?
I so move to deny the operator's license
Second.
and the appeal from Dominic Coppins.
Okay, I've got a first and I've got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. This one and the following one will go to the village board on the 28th of this month. Action on B, action on appeal for denial operations license for Christiane Brazier. Chris, we'll get to you. Just hang tight.
Again, the denial letter, the original application, and a letter from Christina is in your packet. And again, I'll hand it over to the chief.
Okay, yep. This one again is for failure to disclose, as well as she has 3 prior OWIs, which classifies her as a habitual offender, which is an automatic denial. Looking at her criminal history as well, through our records, it looks like she's also been cited in the past for serving to an underage person. I guess I can let her describe that, but that's in her past as well. So there it looks like some proven history of not compliance along with our automatic guidelines. So I will stand behind this one as a denial as well.
Okay, now you're in the audience. Would you like to come up here, sit down, pull the microphone up and state your name and address for us?
Christina Bressers, 1701 14th Avenue, Green Bay.
Okay, tell us your story. Pull that mic a little closer, please.
I'm not positive what he means by the serving of an underage person. I don't recall when that was.
2011.
No,
Okay, well, that's what I have in our records, so.
that's impossible. I never served. That was that in the city of Green Bay from the Dousman Express?
I didn't go into the details of it.
Either way, it was actually, I proved that it was an accidental type-in. I typed 202 instead of 12, 10, 2, 1. I typed 12, 20.
Did you receive a citation for it?
I got the citation and the citation was dismissed.
Okay, it doesn't show me that. It just shows that you
Okay,
received
yeah,
a
because I was
citation for
never
it.
charged with that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, that's good that you're here to explain that, because that's what it showed in our records.
Yeah, me and my manager went through, and because I would have been fired for that offense also. So
Was that during a sting or what?
it was during a sting,
Okay.
and it was literally like an accidental, and she proved it. She came to the court with me, and we got it dismissed, and I got to keep my job. So that was in 2011 from the Dousman Street Express. And
Okay.
yeah, I was never charged with that.
That was obviously just one element. So with our guidelines, as far as the intentional leaving, I mean, in your letter, you wrote that you were embarrassed by your past convictions and left
And
those
that-
out.
I was quickly filling out that form. I was talking with Beth. I was handing her money and IDs, and I didn't write third offense after driving under the influence. I meant to write third offense. I was not, definitely not. I am embarrassed by it, but I was not trying to hide it at all.
Your letter said you were trying to hide it. Your letter
No.
indicated that you were embarrassed. That's why you didn't
No,
put it down.
I said I was not trying to hide it. I am embarrassed by it, but I was never intentionally
Oh,
trying to
that's-
hide it.
That wasn't how I read that, so
Oh,
maybe I read
apologize
it differently.
then. No, I definitely was not trying to hide anything.
Chief, what year was the serving alcohol, a minor? What year?
That was my computer's not pulling up right now, but I believe from memory it was 2011.
211, okay, okay.
And then my last DUI was in 2015. I've been sober since 2015. My dad passed away, like I said, in 2016. I'm a homeowner. You know, if I were to drink again and get another and do something stupid, number one, I could really kill somebody. Number two, I would lose everything my dad ever worked for and had left in his life. And I would never do that again. And I think honestly, being a person who has been around alcohol, I have a better acknowledgement of what it can do, you know, who it can hurt, and why we definitely refuse sale, you know, I guess.
Okay, so you had three of them.
Yes, one from 2000, one in 2004, and then one in 2015.
Okay, and you are currently working, I'm assuming?
I am at Jaguar Shell for Randy and Diane Zadel. And that's kind of why I put in the letter too. I mean, employees are so hard to come by, and, you know, if not for me, for them, just so I can work for them. And I don't know.
Trustee Paul, if I may. So based on the on verification of the serving a minor in 2011, we can't verify if there was a conviction or not. So by guidelines, I'm just going to advise that only take into consideration the 3 OWIs. I think there was 2005, 2014. I don't remember the first one, but the 2011, I would just advise not to take that into consideration because we're not sure on the conviction status at this point.
Okay, okay. Okay, any questions from somebody? And you say you've been, well, I don't want to use the word sober, but you've been pretty straight since the 15?
I have been sober since
from there?
2015.
Okay.
I've been clean from drugs since 2004. So, I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I'm definitely not proud of all of them, but they made me who I am, and here I am. And I'm here to stand up and tell you who I am.
Okay. All right, well, I believe in second chances, but that's my own opinion. If you've been decent that long. I'm going to wait for somebody to make a motion. This will go to the village board also, so what we say here, you're going to have another chance on the 28th of this month at the village board. So if no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I have one question. Are you attending any type of counseling or anything at this time?
I am
or-
actually on antidepressants, and I do seek monthly counseling through, I forgot the name of it. It's on Hanson Road off Ridge.
Okay.
Up Hanson Road off Ridge. I can't, New Family Counseling, something.
Okay, all right.
So I have a psychiatrist and a counselor.
All right. Like Trustee Paul said, this will then move to the village board. So I'm going to uphold a denial, and it will move to the village board, and then it can be further discussed at that time.
Okay.
I think it would be great for us to get the 2011 figured out, what happened there. And then as well is if you could bring in some documentation around the counseling and that you're seeing in that would be very helpful to bring in some of that information. I do recognize that this is from 7 years in the past. Understand that from a village standpoint, we have some very hard and fast rules that we lay down just to try to protect the public and just the way that alcohol and drugs are distributed within the village of Ashwaubenon. Hence, that's why we have ordinance like we do, and hence that's why the chief is doing the job that he is to say, hey, we're going to deny these things. So I'm going to at this time make the motion to uphold the denial, and it will come back to the village board on the 28th. Then, and like I said, I think at that time would be the time for you to make your case, and we can get a few other things figured out at that time.
All right. I appreciate your time.
Okay.
I'm going to second.
You got a first and a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Me.
Thank you.
You're opposing?
Opposing.
One opposed. All right, motion carried with one opposal. Okay. Those are the tough ones. Action on premise extension at Vion's Hospitality LLC, doing business as Parker Johns. What do we got? Chris again?
So Parker Johns was approved for this extension on their renewal for the 2022-2023 year, but they've realized that their patio would get done before July 1st. So they were asking if they could open that patio area sooner to serve alcohol. So that's what this is for, the remainder of the 2021-2022 year.
Okay, the remainder of this year. And the new one will go in July, if I'm correct, right? Okay. Okay, any problems with that?
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. No problem there. Action item D, action on premise change for Newell Company, Inc., doing business as Stage 1017. Chris, again.
So there's two things for Stage 1017. They have a Class B beer only, and they would like to add an outdoor area for cornhole matches. So that's the first thing. And that would just be during the nice weather. They'll take a fence down when it gets colder. Then they also have added an axe throwing area in the Lumberjack Johnny's portion of their business. And since this is a significant change, it needs to go before committee and board. And I see that she is here to speak on it.
Okay. Chief, you got anything on that one at all?
Yeah, I haven't really taken a look too much at this, quite honestly, so is this the axe throwing stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that this came before us, I think sometime last year I was taking a look at that.
Correct.
Because they wanted to do it in the bar parking lot, if I remember that, during Packer games. And that was in an enclosed structure, so, you know, these happen all over the country. Throwing axes and beer, obviously that mix with alcohol causes me a little pause, but I don't know that, you know, I haven't heard of any severe accidents with other places. Not that they haven't happened, but I haven't heard them, so.
Yeah, our first one was on Ridge Road, I believe, is where it started, and then we had a second one, and now we've got another one here. Yeah, I agree with you, the beer and axe throwing, I don't know, I see it on TV, I don't know. I guess everybody's got a liking for something, so I'm not going to deny the people that do like it. The liquor is an issue, but I don't know, the one up on the Ridge Road, they said two beers and that's the limit, but who's counting beers? We don't know, so. If you would like to step up and grab the mic, tell us who you are and where you live, and we will listen to your story.
I'm Nicole Oszewski. I live at 2053 Shady Lane in Ashwaubenon. I am part owner of the Newell Company and Stage 1017, Lumberjack Johnny's, and also Escape Room Wisconsin is under a Newell Company doing business as Escape Room Wisconsin. So we have several businesses in the Ashwaubenon area. We are looking to, like Chris had said, we are looking to have a fenced-off outdoor area where we can do some cornhole matches. We greatly underestimated the public's wanting to be outside during the summer. I mean, I knew that was a thing. I did. But a lot of the people coming in, we are losing business too because we don't have a place for them to sit out in the sun at a table and have a beer or throw some cornhole. So this is something that is going to be temporary. We are fastening it to the parking lot. There will be 2 exit gates in the fenced-in area. And we are just looking to be able to have it for the summertime so our customers can go outside and sit at a table and have a beer and throw some cornhole. What was the second one? Was there any other questions that you had about that? I'm happy to answer anything you have. I also have a drawing here to kind of show.
Is the drawing here?
No.
It's showing some targets in
That is the inside. Area. I have a drawing of the outside of where we would like to put the fenced-in area. If you would like to take a look at that, I have it here.
Okay.
Gary, I think we have.
And Nikki, what you're doing is you're just having cornhole,
I'm with you.
cornhole out here, right?
Outside, correct. Just
You're
the
not doing axe throwing outside.
No.
Okay. That's what I thought.
The cornhole, I don't believe is any problem. You know, that's, you know, I see that in front of some buildings on Morse Avenue here. In this picture I'm looking at about the axe throwing,
yes.
Is there anything, I know the axe goes forward, but is there anything behind the person and the axe? Is there any barrier there to hold that?
Are we looking at the inside pictures?
Pardon?
Are we looking at the inside pictures or the outside area?
Inside.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So, I'm sorry, what was the question again, please?
Well, the first one we've ever done in the village here, we asked them to put some type of a plastic wall, plexiglass, whatever, so that if the axe would accidentally fall out of their hand, it wouldn't fall into the crowd of people that they're watching.
Okay.
Yeah, and Gary, actually having gone up to the one on Ridge and have done that.
He done it?
With my team.
Okay.
As a team event. There really isn't anything there, but if you see the way that it's done, it isn't really a problem.
There is designated areas in which the axes can and cannot be.
It's basically like a bowling alley, but it's all fenced here. So you
Yeah, we can see that.
can't go, yeah, you can't, and behind you, it isn't really going to go that way, and the people are standing back far enough. So I'm not overly concerned about it, actually having done it now. I don't see it as being as much of a safety issue as I initially thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was more of an issue than
Yeah.
when I actually went there and did that. And understand, I'm with a bunch of 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, guys, I should say, and we got pretty competitive, and it was as slick as could be. Now, obviously, there was no alcohol involved, but yeah, it was a neat thing. It really
Okay,
was.
all right.
It was very
And if
positive.
I also may add, we do have what we call experts that are specifically meant to take care of the groups. So they are there with them, showing them what they can and can't do, with the lines that they have to stay in, all of the rules and everything. And they stay with that group until that group feels comfortable that they understand what's going on. And then the expert continues to check on them regularly. And being that it's an all open area, no matter where we are in the building at any time, we can see what everybody is doing in the axe throwing lanes.
I see it's an open building.
It is.
I've done it too with friends, and I was going to say what you just said, is they meet you at the door, then that's your person. They show you how to work the controls because there's electronic screens over the targets. So sometimes you're throwing at a target like you imagine a target. Sometimes you play a game where it's people's faces and you hit their faces.
Actually, we don't have the screens and electronics. We are old fashioned. We are actually World Axe Throwing League approved, which is Waddle Association. So it's more of like a bare basics. But I've played the games that you're talking about
that's at
too.
the one on Ridge.
Yes.
But they have a big like a hallway almost behind you, between you and the tables of the
Right.
people drinking.
Okay.
So, I mean, I suppose somebody could be walking to the restroom down that space and you could get hit, but
Yeah, you feel comfortable with the way it is? I haven't been in one, so I'm glad you people brought it up. It was always a question I had through these conversations, but I guess maybe I should walk through one just to see what it's like.
Well, you're welcome to come by. I would be happy to give you a tour.
Okay.
Answer any questions.
I would like to see that. So, all right, knowing that, we're looking at a safety factor here, and I think you've explained it. So, any other questions, or if not, I'll need a motion.
Chris, do we need two separate motions on this, or can we just approve?
We'll do them together, because I have them listed together.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve the outdoor area as well as the axe throwing, the addition of axe throwing at the,
I'll second it.
okay, we've got a first and a second, all in favor?
aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you very much
luck.
for your time.
Okay, action item E, action on reserve Class B beer/C beer liquor license requested for 2465 Marina Circle LLC, doing business as Marina Terrace. Chris, again.
Okay, this is for a reserve Class B beer, Class B liquor license for 2465 Marina Circle. All the paperwork and corresponding fees have been filed accordingly, and there is someone here in attendance to talk about it. I do just want to clarify that this will have to be one of them that we purchase from Hobart because we are out of reserves. So,
Remind me again, how much we talking there?
pardon me,
How much was that, those licenses that we,
10,000.
a piece?
Yes. They will pay, we'll pay that to Hobart and then we get it from the,
Right,
yeah,
It's not a cost to the village.
right.
correct.
Okay. Okay, any questions? Sir, I'm assuming you are, would you like to step up and give us the name and your address and tell us a little bit about what we're getting into here?
Sure. Richard Vizina. I'm actually from Appleton, so 3001 East Drake Lane. I'm part owner in the building, the Marina Circle building. So I'm here to represent the ownership group. So yeah, I'm sure we've been in front of you guys a number of times, I believe. So we have the 6th floor over the new building right off of Broadway, RBC Wealth Management and Fincantieri building. And on the 6th floor, there's a banquet event facility, up there that will host, weddings and events and banquets, that type of thing.
It's open to, not open to the public,
No.
but it's open to the public to rent.
Not at this time, no.
Oh, it's not?
Well, yeah, it is, yeah. So if someone wants to have a wedding, yes, they would come and rent it
Okay.
from us. Yeah, correct. Sorry.
Okay.
It's not open to public where they can come up there and have a cocktail. It's what
Yeah, it's not open to the public as a bar per se.
Correct. No,
Yeah, I
it
understand.
will not be, yep.
Okay. I did see some pictures of it. It's a very nice piece of property.
Yeah, thank you for knowing well.
My brother was up there and he said, you got to go see it. It is beautiful. So it's not a shabby place by any means. All right, any questions? Everybody is okay, Chris, with the applications here, the 4 people on here? We're good with that? Okay. Okay, I'll obtain a motion if I don't have any more questions.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
Action item F, action on amending ordinance 9-1-1, removing possessions of a switchblade knife. Mr. Legal.
In 2016, Wisconsin legislature passed an act basically prohibiting the possession or the concealed carry of a switchblade without a concealed carry license. So the law prior to was no one could have a switchblade on their person. That changed in 2016, I think it went into effect. Public safety caught that it was still on the ordinance books. We were simply removing that to comply with state law.
Okay, it's just a paperwork thing.
Paperwork thing, exactly.
Okay, all right.
So here you can carry your switchblades.
Okay,
Move to approve.
Second.
got a first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, action item G, action on amending village ordinance 7-4-111, parking in the parks. What's wrong with parking in the parks or parking lots? Mr. Legal again.
This was a staff request that discussed regulating certain hours and locations and further restrictions in village parking lots and village parks or parking lots within the parks. Currently, right now, the only restriction is times. There's some areas in the village that there might be a request to put additional signs to further restrict that. So basically right now in village-owned lots and parks, you can't park overnight, essentially is what it basically is. This would allow village staff to create signs to implement a little bit further restrictions. So the only thing that's added to the ordinance is, or contrary to a sign posted thereon. Now what that does is it gives the staff the discretion to create signs and post them on village-owned lots or parking lots in parks. For example, if there's an employee lot at Village Hall here, they could say, the sign could read, employee parking only from 8:30 to 4:30 or something like that. So it gives the staff a little bit more discretion in regulating lots rather than just prohibiting parking from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Why is this on your vertical parking near Fort Howard Park? Only that park is mentioned. Is this for all the parks?
This would include all the parks and all village-owned parking lots. That's vertical parking near Fort Howard Park. including Prairie Street to vertical parking. That language you're referring to, Gary, that's been on the ordinance since, I don't remember when that was put in, but that's pretty much there already.
Yeah,
That is there already.
that was used for a lot of parking for, yeah, we know that. Okay, another language thing. I need a motion, please.
Move to approve.
First,
I'll second.
I got a second, all in favor.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Last but not least, Chris, you're on again for action on 2022-2023 retail liquor license renewals. You got everything done and order and paid for, and the money's in the bank.
Yep. They do have the complete applications, I should say, are on that list. And they do have all the paperwork, all the fees are paid, but I still ask that you please stipulate that approval for each entity is contingent upon all paperwork and corresponding fees having been received and filed accordingly, and all outstanding indebtedness to the Village of Ashwaubenon has been paid in full. And the reason for that is you can grant it, but the clerk's office issues, so if anything happens between there, that gives us the capability of collecting that money before the license is given out. So that's just to be on the safe side.
Okay, all right, understand it.
I move to approve with the clause that Chris just said. Since I know she was reading it and I don't have it in front of me.
Right here. You want to proofread it? Okay, we got a first. Did I hear a second someplace? I guess I got a second from the lady down on the end there. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Items for next agenda. Anybody's got something they want put on, speak to the staff, they'll take care of you. I need something to adjourn because we got another meeting at 7 o'clock and keep this seat warm for Mary. All right, need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
First, second, all in favor?
Aye.
You're going to oppose?